Yeah. Round of applause for my motherfucking supporters. I want to say welcome to this Up There podcast. You know where you at. You know exactly who you tuned in with. The biggest homie. Been a lot going on, man. I just got out the hospital, you know, and anytime you had to go in a spot like a hospital, it kind of creates an environment for you that puts things in perspective. You know, moving so fast, so much business going, so much riding on what I'm doing. Me in particular, you can get caught in the loop. You know, you can get caught in that weird loop where it's just all about the work, and then you can overwork yourself. Because, of course, when I was down, you know, a lot of my celebrity buddies, which I like to call a lot of them my brothers because, you know, we became closer than some people I even grew up with. But a lot of those guys reached out to me. I was talking to Ish, and I was telling them, bro, I don't chill at all. Like, all I do is work. Like, all I want to do is work. So it ain't like I'm saying it like it's a slight or like it's some kind of issue for me, because it's not. And a couple of weeks ago, man, I spoke about how important recovery is. Speaking to B. Marshall and athletes and even the CEO of Revolt, you know, just kind of telling me like, yo, bro, every morning I have to swim, or every morning or every day I got to do this to, you know, get my rest and relaxation. And I have not got me a regimen down. I don't know how to relax. I don't know how to enjoy what's happening. Like, I still haven't celebrated my small wins from last year. Like, I don't really celebrate things. I'm just, you know what I think it is? Because of my mental makeup, because of the way I came up, the sacrifices I had to make, my ability to have a mental wherewithal, to stay on track, to stay on course. It's like, at first I had to tell myself that it was possible. See, the first step is always going to be proving to yourself that it's possible. Because you're going to have to tell yourself, like, bro, it's a long way to 40 million. Like, from a street dude. Like, that's a long ride. But you got to tell yourself, nigga, Jay did it. Did it. Kanye did it. Meek did it. Lil Wayne did it. Baby did it. Birdman did it. Future did it. Like, niggas is doing it. So you can't tell yourself that it can't happen. You just got to now equip yourself with the information that you need, right? So you got to read the job description. Yeah, to get 100 yards, you got to do X, Y, and Z, or you got to know the details of the job. Like in football, you can't just get on the field and disregard that the end zone is the only place where some points can be scored. You can't put yourself in a position to disregard what the structure is. So, again, when you come in, that'd be a lot of our problem. We'll come into things and we won't even take time to understand what it really takes for us to have a shot. And for me, with podcasting, I did a thorough investigation. There's nobody in the game I don't know everything that they done. And I know that might sound crazy or arrogant for me to say that, but I'm telling you, and at some point, I'm sure somebody's going to do something. Somebody's going to say, and then we're going to have a thing. And then you're going to say, yo, that dude, he got the information, right? And that is what it is. But for all of my fans, man, and again, let me just plug, because, again, I ain't parted in about a week. So, again, I'm trying to get back into the vibe. If you are listening to the audio adventure, head over to patreon.com. It's Up There podcast for the video exclusively there. Videos are released on YouTube, FOGFO TV, 2 weeks staggered. You still get a chance to see them, and they're doing good on YouTube with their business model. So we're doing great. New show alert again, ATC, all things considered. Go to Patreon to get more info on that. We will be doing some live shows. We'll start to be on stages, and we just got a lot going on. So now that the business is out the way, I want to say thank you to all my fans. Round of applause for my supporters again. I want to say thank y'all again, man, because I felt the love in the hospital. So many calls, so many DMs, so many mentions. And I got to do a better job at starting to repost people, like reshare them, because it be so many. But I want y'all to know I felt that. You know, I'm still in that place where I separate real life from social media or from whatever entertainment presence that I have or whatever podcast presence that I have. So I don't really put too much credence in people giving me like, 10,000 people saying, get better, Loon, we need you, or the podcast game really need, like, I just, I don't know yet. I guess because I haven't got on the road and felt none of you guys yet, that I don't know that this is a real thing, so it's like all these people, I had people sending prayers to me, man, like literally sending prayers, and I couldn't, and I'm just in there thankful, like, bro, and I got to think, and then we'll move on to the show. This was a unique thing for me to think about because I don't get broken down, right? I do need to work on my mental strength because I have like this layer, but once you get past that layer, I'm broke down. I'm talking about in regards to will, in regards to belief, in regards to like when I was in the hospital, I felt helpless. I'm sitting there feeling like, yo, no matter what I do, I can't stop hurting. Like I'm throwing up, all this shit is happening. Like I don't know, no matter what I do, I can say, cause at some point you put your man shit on, you just like, man, I ain't finna cry on, I'm finna take the pain. You put that on and that's cool, but that don't work. This shit is internal, something's, and I'm just like, yo, and it made me think of, cause speaking of getting prayers, one of the Muslim brothers hit me, and one of my famous homies, and he said that Allah, he said something like Allah said all may not be well, but all will be well, right? And I got to thinking like, yo, I need that mental strength like that. Like I know it's easy for him to say it on that side while I'm in the hospital hooked up on IVs and they giving me all kind of shit trying to see what's happening to me. So I know it's an easy thing for him to say, but then I got to thinking about the Muslim brothers. A lot of them Muslim brothers really live by that. A lot of them Muslim brothers are be in unfortunate circumstances and say, yo, Allah said that such and such, and they'll stand on that. And sometimes whether you subscribe to that or not is a different conversation. What I'm saying is the mental makeup that religion lends people. You see what I'm saying? The mental like toughness. You know what I'm saying? Like to say, yo, God said that I would be in this situation and I'll be all right. And really stand on that in the midst of the storm. And that's when I was saying, oh, shit. I got to get stronger in that. Now that don't make the pain go away. But that make Loon understand, like Loon, because I'm a man of information. I'm a man, pretty witty guy. But that does make Loon say, look, some reason this is happening. We don't know why it's happening. But you got to deal with it. You see what I'm saying? And no matter what you see, this is the reality of whatever's happening too. And let me say this to the people paying attention. Whatever's happening, you're going to have to deal with it anyway. It can hurt. It can feel good. You can cry. You can laugh. You can be up. You can be down. You can be sad. You can be miserable. But that don't stop that you got to deal with whatever the situation is. And so as I sat in there, I just kept telling myself like, bro, you got people really appreciate what you do in this game, bro. I got thousands of comments on every platform. And this is organic. We ain't even read. Revolt ain't even ran the ad campaign yet. This is literally organic. I get thousands of comments. People, man, you really need it. You the truth. You speak King. This and I'm always like, yo, I don't really know if this is. But when I went down and I posted because I posted to let my fans know the episode wouldn't come out right at midnight on Monday, but I ended up getting it taken care of. And just to see the overwhelming response, the outpouring of love, the people that was there that's like, yo, bro, the game will not be the same without you, bro. And I know that you don't know that. This is what they're telling me. And I'm like, yo, bro, because something's happening with what I'm doing in podcasting. And we'll get to the show after this, but I want to give y'all a brief update. Something's happening with what I'm doing. Whatever it is I'm bringing to podcasting is being received some kind of way. It's being received as information, as helpful. And if you listen to Gary V always says help people. You hear a lot of people say if you help people, you're going to make a fortune. And so for me, I'm just sitting talking, but it's coming off as helping people understand kind of the inner workings of the game. I mean, you see a lot of people in this industry, they just sit down and have conversations about numerous things. They may be messy. They may, talk about this and that and do interviews about the past, the beef and things like that. And I get into some of those things, but the perspective is different. The approach is different. And I think that's why I always will prevail in this game. And if God willing, man, we stay on track, man, we'll run this thing all the way up. But if you're a fan or a supporter of mine, man, make sure you keep Loon in your prayers. And just make sure you're supporting the movement, man. I always tell my people, my fans, supporters, man, that's one of my biggest fears. It's like something happening and then I don't get to see it. My children and my mother and all them get to see like the world go crazy about what it is I do. Because all this work I put in, man, and I know this might sound selfish, but I'm vulnerable right now, as I'm speaking to y'all. But I want to see it too. I want to see the hard work because believe me, nobody's done what I've done. I'm over 100 episodes in. I ain't repeated a talking point. I ain't had a guest. I go over 2 hours, 30 minutes, sometimes 3 hours every week. I'm dealing with clips every week. I'm uploading on 4 and 5 and 6 different platforms every week. I'm dealing with high level information. I'm putting major game down. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of work go into that. Not just sitting in front of a camera talking right quick. There's thousands of hours that people don't even see that has to happen for this to work the way that it's working. And so, and for free for a long time. But I was in a financial situation where I can carry that burden. A lot of people we gotta get ourselves in a situation where we can say, all right, shut everything down. I'm finna find something I love, do it for free for a while and see if it makes some money. If it don't, we'll move on. If it do, we just hit the lotto, But again, thanks to everybody, man. I don't know, man. I got a lot to think about. Simultaneously, I saw Jay-Z tell 21 Savage that he spent his most money on doctor, on lawyers, and I think it was a chef. And he said, yo, without health, you can't even spend your money. And I was reading that in the hospital bed, hooked up to IVs, thinking like all the phone calls, top niggas in the game hitting my line. Bro, you got it, bro. You got to be healthy. Saying, yo, out of country doctors, yo, I got a doctor over here out the country, bro. I get that took care of for you or whatever. Like, dudes is trying to help me stay in this game. And I'm sitting there like, yo, I got to get this together. Because I ain't no good to nobody if I can't do what it is that they appreciate from me. You understand? So conscious effort to get this together. Again, we don't know what it is. And I don't kind of want to explain it in its entirety. It just was a situation. It almost felt like a high level food poisoning type thing where you continue to throw up, your stomach's hurting really bad. They cannot stop it. And you're sweating up a storm. Like it was a mess. But thank everybody for tuning in. We'll start today with the J Prince and Wack 100 situation. For those of you been unaware, J Prince and Wack 100 has been going back and forth in regards to some Larry Hoover footage that was owned by a lady named Karen Chapman. I have Reggie White on this Up There podcast. Not sure when it'll be dropped, but pretty soon. And he spoke about introducing Wack 100 to Karen Chapman in that whole situation. But nonetheless, Wack ended up in a position to where he was involved with some Larry Hoover footage from 1998. Simultaneously working with Kanye West at the time, delivering whatever footage that Ray J had or whatever that situation was. He was placed in a situation to introduce that footage to Kanye West. Introducing that footage to Kanye West then puts Kanye West in a situation to be interested in the Larry Hoover footage, as we seen Kanye go out on a limb for Larry Hoover on several occasions. So he tries to do some kind of deal to get the footage, acquire the footage, see what's going on. Now, that's where you insert Jay Prince. Jay Prince in the South, you know, is royalty in the South. Wack on the West, they look at Wack as a big dog on the West. In my opinion, we haven't really saw Jay Prince be on the internet doing too much. And this is something that's new to the old Jay Prince fans and watchers and supporters. And so when we see him do this, of course, it's a message to the culture, like, what's happening? What is he trying to say? And he went and sat with Wallo and Gillie and kind of explained it a little bit. We'll let him speak on that a little bit, and then we'll come back with some commentary.
Well, interference came into play with this dude, Officer Rat 100. You know what I mean? A lot of interference came into place with Officer Rat 100 because what he done, you know what I mean? And this has to be talked about because we're on $1 million worth of game. And I got to get a game to the youth because I don't want them getting caught in no crosses where this Officer Rat 100 is concerned because he's a live rat. You know what I mean? And here's the truth of what he done. You know, even though he tried to deceive and put, you know, our text messages, you know, in a form when we was talking about apples, he wanted to switch the game up and say we're talking about oranges. But, you know, I got proof, and I'm going to show y'all the real text messages that he didn't want people to see. But what this brother, you know what I mean, that called himself real, attempted to do and play, you know, with the old man. We call him the old man. I call him my brother, my friend, you know. But most of all with his freedom, you know, because on 2 occasions, one, him and his Chad, what's his woman name? Karen Chapman. You know, this is a lady that was entrusted to go in and interview, you know, Larry Hoover with an understanding of you bring this back to the family. We're not clearing a way for you to go and do this for no other reason. You know, we don't play like that, but that's what she done. She went and interviewed.
And just for the record, right, I want everybody to pay attention to Gillie. I would say that after the Hassan phone call was released, the Gillie and Wallow and Wack 100 relationship, as well as other relationships, was tampered with. And so now you see some of those effects, because even when I first saw this interview and Gillie didn't start with the dance, and he wasn't even really on his vibe. Wallow was still trying to, but Gillie, he wasn't. I said, something's off. He's not feeling it. Something's going on. I didn't know what it said, but it said something. But I can honestly say that since that phone calls was released, and I expected those relationships to be tampered with, number one, because Wack and Gillie, say Gillie and Wallow and them, they don't need Wack. They may did at one time, maybe to get some interviews on the West Coast, get in contact with some people. I don't know if they ever did. At this particular time, there's no real need for them to be in a situation where, like, they need Wack 100. You see what I'm saying? And so now it's like, yo, you said you had to squeeze on us, and we got to come out there, man. Oh, man. And them street dudes. And, you know, sometimes you can try to explain it in a way where it's effective. Other times, like, nah, I know what that meant. I'm not going for that. It's almost like Gillie and Wallow and them ain't saying nothing, but it's like they're thinking, like, and that to me, because I hear Wack saying that they need to approach him if they feel a way. And if they have a relationship where he feels they're friends in that way, that's them. I don't feel like they have to approach Wack 100 if they feel a way. I feel as though Wack may have seen or should have seen what was presented online, and now understand that he may be dealing with the effects of some people trying to disassociate themselves in a way where it's, you know, where it's visible. You know what I'm saying? And that could come from some of that conversations that he had with an East Coast dude about people he had genuine relationships with. Let's listen to a little more.
And ran off. You know what I mean? So what this dude has chosen to do is take a stand with a person like this, like when they was putting together the pardon for Larry a few years ago. And I'll let him tell that story. But I'm so I'm feeling so good about it right now until I'm gonna say, and what I don't cover, we're gonna do like Ron DMC. So she wouldn't give footage for the pardon. Now this is him being free. We just wanted, you know what I mean, because when you're trying to humanize a person, then you use footage, you use their own words to help in situations like this. So it was about the money with her. She asked, well, what am I getting out of this?
Yeah, let me reiterate that part. So when we were trying to put the pardon together, I said, we was trying to just get information on my father. So she had some actual footage of him. We asked the attorneys, would that be good to have this footage to put on this pardon? They like, yeah, that'll be good. Let's see if we can try to do it. We tried some numbers. We caught up with the lady, and I called and I asked her. I was like, we need some of that footage because we're trying to put this pardon together. And she told me, she said, well, who gonna get paid for this? Well, how I'm gonna get paid for this? And I'm like, wow, this is about my father's freedom right here, and you want to know who's gonna get paid for this footage, So
now I'm gonna be honest. I do find that a little, crazy if I request some footage for a pardon and I'm asked for a price tag. I will view that away. If that's me, if that's my family, I'll look at that away. I ain't gonna, it's like, damn, I ain't saying we finna put this out, or go to Amazon Prime with it. I'm saying like, yo, we trying to plead a case. Now, I hear arguments to say if Jay Prince, and I'm about to have Larry Hoover Jr. and Jay Prince on this Up There podcast, so we'll reiterate some of these questions. I hear questions that say, if you don't know what's on the footage, how do you know it can help with his pardon? Right? Now, he really just explained that in his opinion, he feels like that whatever footage they got from then can humanize him. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that he's not going to be on camera in jail speaking on things that would be outside of shedding new light and covering new ground. So we would assume that it should be something where he's trying to further whatever teachings that he wants to change or that he may have been involved with, right? So I think that that's the generalization there. And to hear his son say that, it's like, man, that's heavy.
Really caring about our family, but she wanted to know who's gonna get paid while we was trying to get this package together for this pardon. And then moving forward after that, that's around the time Kanye went to the White House not too far before then or after that. She seen that it was a buzz and my father's name was fresh in people's heads. And that's when she come from behind a rock somewhere looking like it was an opportunity. Kanye reached out to her to try to get the footage again some years later. And I don't know where it happened at, but somehow Wack wound up in the middle of the mix. And Wack was the middleman with the footage. First, he was just the middleman for her because she didn't want to speak to us. But then next thing you know, he's a partner in the whole situation. This is his footage. He got it and blah, blah, blah.
So yeah, what this clown done, head up, like we right here, he was somebody else. You know what I mean? He portrayed to be, I'm down with y'all. The only reason I wanted to talk to him, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for my brother because it's serious business, right? So I embraced that, I entertained that, and in retrospect, when I hear him take a different position, like he was partners with her and this and that the whole time, I'm like, so it's them kind of niggas where all money, good money with him. You know what I mean? Everybody go. I'm from the school where everybody don't go. You know what I mean? And when you're playing with a man, freedom like that, and everybody go, then, I take that real personal. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why, I want all the culture, because I'm going to stand for the culture. You know what I mean? I love the hip-hop culture. I put in a lot of work where the hip-hop culture is concerned. I blaze the trail. Yeah. You know what I mean? And when I see one, trying to show Tupac, trying to show Nipsey, trying to show you know, the homie Big U out there trying to shit on Master P, you know, good real niggas, you know, Meek Mill, you know, I see a nigga get on a podcast and with another rat and go off on 21 Savage. I'm like, oh, this nigga got diarrhea at the mouth. He like full of shit, right? He the type of nigga that will shit in the bed and blame it on the baby. You know what I mean? Imagine that. You know, you take a raw shit in the bed and say, that's the baby shit. That ain't shit. You know what I mean? This is how he go to trying to change narratives and different shit about the truth. And what be real cold about it is some people get lost along the way. You know what I mean? They get lost along the way and they'll roll off a cliff with, you know what I mean, Officer Rat 100. And, you know, I don't like this shit, man. I'm going to calm down and let y'all talk, but I hope the people feel me because, you know, I ain't the type of nigga. I don't believe in using rat and, like, some call them punks. I remember calling them. So he like a to me. You know what I mean? He's a to me, and I can say a whole lot of other things, but we own $1 million worth of game.
Right.
But just for the record, I want all that smoke that one is talking about. You know, I know how to put all that out. So, y'all time.
But yeah, one last thing. The bottom line is the stuff was taken from us, and he partnered up with the lady to act like it was his, and I'm gonna sell it back to you when it was ours in the first place, and act like he's a street dude and he respect my old man and respect everything. Who is a real dude that's go partner up with this chick that stole something and try to go in front of the world like he really had a right to do it? Like he trying to, you know, he putting people in bad positions out there. It's people that's, you know, that's real upset about that. And I don't got nothing to, you know what I mean? I don't have nothing to do with them. I don't know where their head is, but, you know, he keeps just jumping out there in the deep water, man.
And so in that exchange between those gentlemen, again, visibly, while Jay Prince and Larry Hoover Jr. speaking on Wack 100, you see a different Wallo and a different Gillie because they're hurt. They've been through something where they've been attacked or their brand has been attacked in public, right? By uncovered conversation from a guy they didn't even know. And so if I don't know these guys, why are you speaking to them? Like, it's just a lot of questions that need to be had right then. Some people say take the initiative call. Nah, ain't nothing to call about. Listen, Loon, if a recording come out with my name on it from somebody that I've did nothing to and it's genuine, supposed to be a genuine relationship, and there's something that comes out where you saying, yo, Loon gotta let us come on this up there podcast. You know he like to come down here to Miami. He gotta come down here. I'm gonna take that away respectfully. I'm gonna say, oh, I'm dealing with insight now. So you think you got some kind of stronghold on me? Let me show you ain't got no hold on me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll do that just because of my ego. I got one of them kind of egos to where I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna show you you can't do that to me. I'm just not one of those guys. My first question when I saw this was like, all right, Jay Prince will be on now. How's Wack gonna think about that? And then I remembered some people still don't understand how Wack got involved. I remember a couple of months ago when we was dealing with the BMF, Big Meech, Life Rights, Blue Da Vinci, you know, Lil Meech, all of that. When we was dealing with the BMF thing, of course, Wack homeboy is Blue Da Vinci. So Wack jump in with his homeboy, and I remember he posted some kind of paperwork about some people that might have been allegedly saying something on the case or how you got the life rights was sold. It was just some kind of interaction. I think what he was alleging, and I don't know this to be the case, so don't say Loon saying it. Whatever I say, I stand on, but I don't stand on nothing that I don't have information on. I think what he was alleging is that whoever sold the life rights to 50 Cent was an informant or something. There was something with whoever had the life rights and how it got there. And so Blue Da Vinci, according to Wack 100, reached out to Wack and said, yo, I got a story, or I got the rights to something that has to do with BMF, and I want to get a deal for it. And that's where Wack has stepped in. I haven't heard nothing about that Blue Da Vinci thing or whatever they had going on. But at that same time, he spawned out of that and started to speak about this footage from Larry Hoover. And he would say things, and again, I know what Wack does on Clubhouse. He's front facing, he's consumer facing. So he's on there saying, yo, I got some footage. It's like 5 hours. Nobody never seen it. The family never even seen. Right? He's boosting the footage up, but he don't know those recordings. Some of that recordings, because I'm pretty sure he don't know everything he says on that Clubhouse. Some of those recordings get back to people that may not be, it may be 3 minutes of the 25-minute clip. It may be 1 minute of an 8-minute clip. Like, so it's not a fully explained situation. Nonetheless, your words is your words, your voice is your voice. So when it gets back to them, they say, oh, he got the footage. And again, he made a conscious effort to try to bridge whatever gap, because he's an opportunity guy. If he see a bag or something, he gonna make it happen as well as I. So he tried to, connect a few dots to get the business took care of, and then connecting those dots, runs into Jay Prince, explains the footage to Jay Prince, alleges that Jay Prince wants to give the lady $20K and muscle her out of the footage. And so after this interview, we see some of the same behavior we seen from Wack 100 after the Hassan Camel interview, where he goes to Clubhouse and gives his perspective. It says something to me about the people who spend a lot of time like on Clubhouse and on YouTube and on Facebook and going live. It says something to me, and I'll have a deep dive at some point about that, because it shows like the business acumen of doing that just doesn't make sense, right? Especially if it's not packaged right, if it's not structured right. So for me, if I see you somewhat talking every day, just live, I say, oh, you playing with this game. You don't know what you oh yeah, you one of them. Or you just like talking, you like attention. Like, that ain't me. I don't like attention. I'm here to put the message out, go back and hide and count the money. Other than that, I don't want no dealings. But after hearing Jay Prince on this, Wack then goes on Clubhouse. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because while Wack is on Clubhouse, he's now being placed in a position where he has to defend himself by his own people. So this puts you in a position where a lot of times you feel like you're on your back foot and you'll swing. So they went to asking them certain questions. Let's take a look at what they said.
I said, that was a money play for Gilly and Wallow, man. They got to keep the content streaming. Don't hold them too hard to it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just gonna look them in their eye. I'm gonna ask them where they at with it. Depending on what they say, depending on where it go. I ain't tripping. I don't give a about nothing. It's what it is.
Right.
I ain't tripping. It's that simple. Go, where y'all at with me? Depending on what they say, depending on what it's gonna be. Me, then we gonna tear it up on the spot. Depending on what they say, that's what it's gonna be. I ain't tripping.
Them, hey, put like this, Crook. Them interviewing them is one thing. Talking about projects, where the they got going on. But it's when they started talking about Wack and how long he let him drag it and entertained it. Here, read this so people can't. Like, nigga, I'm not participating none of that. If I f with him, bro, we not finna do none of that conversation. Oh, yeah, man, and then it went to the... Here, nah. We can't do that. Oh, why? What's the problem? I f with him. Oh,
hey,
okay. That's a simple thing. The views would still be there. The views would... Hold on, Crook. The views would have still been there. So if we talking about that was a money play, the views would have still been there. They would have still got their numbers. They would have still ate. They did not have to allow these people to drag that shit out and put all them shit and just sit there. Opposed to being like, nah, man, Wack showed me the contract. Hey, Wack did put up a text message on that. They didn't address anything on behalf. There was no devil's advocate. It was just let them rant about Wack and let us just sit here.
You know what I'm saying? And like you say, I think somebody else said they would have made the phone call to even make the content more, elaborate to get the information out. But I think there may have been a deal to where it was like they were going to listen to him talk and they're going to just put the content out. And I think that's where Wack got to be like, hey, like he said, I'm going to look you in the fucking eye and you tell me where you at. That's where it's at.
That's it.
Hey, Bo, I agree with you, but there's no possible way you're going to have those two individuals there and it not come up. Now, peep game. It was scripted. Peep game.
Right, no doubt.
There was three commercials, or 2 or 3 commercials in between. That subject matter did not come up until 53 minutes and 24 seconds into the broadcast. Pay attention.
Which
Let me
that
ask you a
was
question.
as designed so that they get all the other bullshit out the way.
Right.
The
It was
major
scripted.
content was
Right.
scripted to where, hey, you know this is gonna come up.
Let me ask you a question,
they
Crook.
knew that
How
that was
much can
the
you
draw.
take, even as a blogger? How much can you take when somebody saying some smut or some bullshit about your homie? Like you, at some point, you can be like, hold on. This is the homie we talking about. Hold on. How much? Even as a blogger, how much? How
That's a
much can you
fact.
take?
Yeah.
How much can you take before you shut it down? Like, hold on, my. We talk about the homie for one,
Dog.
so it's gonna be respectful. It's gonna be respectful. All this name calling, all that shit out. So for one, it gotta be respectful. For even as a blogger, it got to be respectful.
Just
You
called the
still,
whack up. They could have just
and I
called whack
know
on the
you a
phone.
man of principles and morals, so I know you're
For
gonna check
sure.
some shit from the gate.
They should have just called whack from the phone.
Nah.
Boom.
And so again, you see these people who are in this clubhouse room, and they're trying to present Wack with a situation where they try to help him understand. Yo, they did you wrong. They did you wrong. They did you wrong. Ain't nobody saying, man, damn, Wack. Maybe them calls from Hassan, man, damn, Hassan, that situation, bro.
No, I agree.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But 2Ps, the point you brought up, dog. You already know when it comes to when bread is involved.
Bro, as soon as he said Rat 100, and that's when Gillie, one of them niggas should have been like,
See, here
fuck.
go the thing, though. I kind of appreciate it because it let me know he's scared. You's a coward because you didn't tell me that in my face.
Oh God, I didn't call you no rat, none
Facts.
of that.
Yeah, for sure. Because
Nah, what
DJ
got me
Academic
was
even
what
his
got me
non-banging
was when
track.
he said the cake shit, whatever the f it was.
Yeah,
He thought that shit funny. I ain't like that.
I ain't never seen Nick DJ Academic let a nigga talk bad about him. He be like, hold on now, I know Wack and Wack against he most against
Come on, that's what I'm
DJ
saying.
Academic
They could have
defend.
called whack. They
Anytime the
could have just
nigga
called.
say something, he'll go, hold on, Wack must be
I
one of
seen these
you
niggas
got
in the
more.
lobby. I'm looking at Gilly and Wallow a little different because if y'all felt like that, bro, we could have towed the lobby up, bro.
I'm gonna say this, man,
Felt
and I
like
was
that,
listening.
bro, for real. Like, tow the lobby up. I
I'm gonna
was
say this,
dolo.
it's courtesy call. I felt they would have could have let it know it shouldn't. I don't. They could have called
And I
him.
know they listening because I know they know that shit was weird.
Here's the problem.
Hey,
Here's the
Rick,
problem. Here's the
they
problem in
call
the
people
Hey,
on
phone.
their
Rick, hey,
podcast
Rick, let
like
me
Lil
tell you
Yachty.
something. One thing about me, bro, I always run into niggas, bro.
I'm already knowing. Hell
I
yeah.
know a nigga all the time. I just don't. I'm gonna run into niggas and then we gonna holler. I just gonna look at their eyes and I'm gonna ask one question. What's happening? They got my number
Yeah.
straight up.
No, Rick,
Yeah.
yes, it's super weird because they call people on their podcast all the time. And as soon as they got done saying that, they should have, all right, you know what, you got a problem with Wack? Let's call him up right now. On FaceTime. Wallo does it all the time. I don't know why they didn't choose to do it this
That's
time.
what I'm saying.
They wasn't with the piece shit, but I f Gilly and Wallow. But hey, this was kind of suspect.
But see, don't the same
Nah,
rules?
what killed me is I just seen it
Just seen them.
today. I just seen it, niggas, bro, face to face. They walked up. I was sitting down. They saw me before I saw them. The nigga walked up on me and grabbed me by my shoulder and said, "What's up now?" Playing
Right. I
real.
think they fucked with you, but I think an element of that interview was they showed their cards as they're kind of intimidated by his presence as well as yours and didn't want to get involved. And I think that's the card they're gonna play.
Listen, man. If he's saying that they got a call and this and that, and yo, did you reach out to them after that phone call came out? Did you get him any respect after that? I wonder when Wack seen them, did Wack tell them, man, you know, they wasn't like it, or how they feel? Cause yo, bro, you got to know whatever it is you do, right? If me and you have any kind of relationship, business or other personal, whatever kind of relationship, and you do something to put that in jeopardy, if you put it in jeopardy and then I say, yo, the jeopardy you put our relationship in severed the relationship, you can then get mad and say, You severed the relationship and didn't even tell me. It's like, yo, no, the circumstances severed the relationship. And it's almost like that he's ignoring that, or he's looking at them like they blood homies or something. See, sometimes the gang banging homies may gotta look over certain shit because it's just like, nah, that's a homie though. That's still a homie though. Nah, this really like business. Like, this ain't that type thing. Like, like a recording came out with some dude I don't even know. You were saying this about me, this, that. Like, I don't know how to feel about that. Am I safe around you? I did 20 years in the joint. What is that? Like, I don't know. What's your real feelings? I don't really like, yo, like, what's up? So he got to kind of understand some of that. Let's listen to a little bit more.
Now they got to look this in the eye and come up with some reasoning, or just
Yo, listen, man, y'all bugging right now because I ain't gonna say I know the type of reach any individual has, but I can tell you right now, certain individuals can get pinged to this app right now if that was the call. But I understand why.
Man, them niggas have been in the room 10 times.
Hey, Crook, what did I tell you? What did I say? What did I say in the earlier room? I said, I can't wait. I said, I'm interested in the response of this Gilly and Wallow interview from and
See, Wack got to understand he jeopardizing his real relationships with this entertainment shit. All them niggas on there together. Shout out to his homeboys on Clubhouse. I don't know them, but they ain't moving no needles in this business. There ain't nobody in this business, nobody calling. So you don't, yo, bro. I mean, I don't know, man. That's why I be saying, man, sometimes you can't get in the trick, but you got to be smarter, man. You can't who asking me all this? I need to be talking to Gillie and Wallow about Gillie and Wallow. That's the first mistake. That's why we here now. It's cause every time I go to talking about somebody, that if they around or not, man, it get back to them and it might be misinterpreted. So now I'm calling them. Yeah, I'm reaching out to them because, and if you use Wack 100's theory, he always says, yo, without the seed, it ain't no root. It's the same thing. Yo, without you saying that to Hassan, ain't no J Prince interview. Especially doing that. So before we get to them not doing something on that interview, we got to talk about what was said on that call. Was that addressed? Was there apology about that? You understand? But some niggas is bigger than the program. They don't got to apologize. So therefore, they got to deal with the several relationship. You can't be the big, like, yo, bro, either get it right or get left. And if everybody rich, act rich. Because if all you is rich and you don't need the little relationships, stand on what it is you stand on, like you do with them gang banging niggas. Them gang banging, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, he got to understand, bro. It wasn't just, this don't just come out the clear blue sky with Gillie and them disrespecting you, and they ain't disrespect you. They just didn't defend you. You understand? They didn't defend you because the relationship has been tampered with based on things you may have said. Let's listen to a little bit more, and then we'll get on to the Trouble. R.I.P. Trouble. Trouble was killed. We'll speak about that. And we got a few more topics, and we're going to get out of here. It'll be a short pod today because I'm fresh out the hospital. Get back in rotation next week. But, yeah, we'll do that. Let's listen to a little more.
Why the promo clips got to have Wack in it, though? That's Wack made that point. The promo clips is
because that's what it sells.
Because I don't think no more of the motherfucking interview was even worth it listening to.
If it ain't got Wack in it, they ain't trying to really watch it.
I ain't got Wack in it.
My nigga is the algorithm, motherfuckers. Yeah, that part.
For public consumption. That's all I'm saying.
Man, I ain't getting a fuck about none of that. When I see him, I'm going to ask one question. Depending on how the answer is, depending on where it's going to go. That's simple. Take it how you want to take it. You got my number. I didn't text him and all that day. They ain't responding. Niggas on that whole shit being cool, nigga. While I'm the same nigga reach to you, nigga. I'm the same nigga reach to you, nigga. I done looked out for you like you done looked out for me. So if you feel like you can't get on the phone with me, then that's telling me what that is, nigga. Maybe you been home too long. I don't know.
There it is.
Yeah, you know they're gonna say it's for content, right?
Oh no. Now when I run into him, I ask him one thing. We're going to tear it up. That's simple. He ain't gonna, hey, homie, what's happening, my y'all? Y'all really let her disrespect my name like that? And you been ignoring? Well, we going to get out.
Yeah, I don't think
On
they
power
would you
road.
act.
It's going to go where it's going to go. It's going to go wherever it go. Nigga. So you just holler at me, you know, when I see you, I'm going to ask you, and then do what it do. I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping.
So basically, if I'm interpreting that correct, and again, I'm not sure if I understand what he's saying. It sounds like he's saying that I'm going to run into these dudes and I'm going to ask them, y'all let somebody disrespect my name and call me a rat and been ignoring me, and depending on what they say, it's going left. That's another slight on my name. Ain't nobody pressing me. Ain't no conversation about such and such or else. Grown men don't give grown men ultimatums. I don't know where they get that from. Sometimes, you know, and I know the streets that let dudes get away with that. Where I'm from, I don't get ultimatums. I'm the verifiable, nigga. I don't get no ultimatums. Don't nobody tell me such and such or else. It's always or else. It's always gonna be or else. You understand? Ain't gonna be no ultimatum. So, you know, when you put me in a position to say, man, if Loon don't call me, if he don't call me when I see him, it's up. You not getting no phone call. Now, if you on there saying, man, that hurt me, man. Man, Loon let Jay Prince and them get on there. That hurt me, man. I know that phone call with the son came out, man. I was slipping. I was tripping on that, man. I was wrong by that, dog, but that hurt me. They let that man call. It hurt, man. I'm talking about I'm hurt. I can't even explain how much I'm hurt, man. It's indescribable, man. I can't even, right? That'll make me view it a little different. But if you on there talking like, on when I see him and then I ask them, and if they say such and such, man, it's going here. Man, come on, man. You can't get away with that with me. Not me. But in closing on this topic, man, it's just safe to say that the Wack 100 Gillie and Wallow relationship has been tampered with. I'm not sure if it's over, if it's severed. It's definitely tampered with. It's definitely strained right now. There's a situation where they've been placed in unfortunate circumstances by someone that don't have a relationship with neither one of them. That's what's crazy about it. Like Hassan never had a relationship with Wack, and he'll never have a relationship with Wack because he a little too spooky to do that. He ain't going on that West Coast and pulling up on no Wack 100 for nothing in the world. Before this, he wasn't doing that. And Wallo and Gillie don't know Hassan. So it's like, oh, this how he feel. It's almost like when you heard Donald Sterling on the phone call when he thought wasn't nobody listening and Gal was recording him, when he was saying, I don't give a what you do with them, just do not bring them don't bring them to the game. You can fuck them, you can have a baby, just don't bring that to the game. When he was saying that, now it's like, oh shit. Whole time he got black people on his team, so now they looking at it like, oh, this your real feelings. Now I'm gonna hold you accountable for all that them little gestures you was doing that I was looking over because I thought we was homies. You heard people say, yo, you mentioned that Gillie got hit in the mouth or something by such and such. Oh, so that's that. Oh, you really might think I'm pulling that. Oh, you ain't. Oh, so all those little gestures that I chalked up to this my homeboy and we trolling and it's for content. Now I gotta reevaluate all them. What was you really doing when you called us out there? Was you really trying to embarrass me? When you said Wallo was this or that, you know, so now they start looking at things like this. And Wack been in the streets too long not to understand that your mindset must change when you get new information. So once we got that tape on Dr. Sterling, we got to say, oh, that's why he was rubbing on Blake Griffiths and said he looked like a horse, or them was on some slavery shit. But we got to put 2 and 2 together. See, with 1 2, you can't put 2 and 2 together. You got to have 2 2s to put 2 and 2 together. So you got to put 2 and 2 together and then say, that's what your outlook is. And if that outlook don't fit the outfit that I'm rocking, then me and you can't be in the same situation with each other, and that's respectfully to you and your pimping. But you got to respect the game for what it is, and I got to respect my brand for what it is. And for me, you know, we'll see where this goes. These guys probably have a conversation at some point, may even have a podcast at some point to speak about it. But as of right now, that relationship has been tampered with, and we'll be on the lookout to see what happens. All right, let's talk about this. Rapper Trouble was killed in Atlanta, Georgia. R.I.P. to Trouble. The situation was unfortunate. He was at a female's house in which a guy came into the house and I guess opened fire and shot him and killed him while he was in the bed with the young lady. Trouble, for those who are unaware, is a Atlanta native. Part of Duct Tape the Mob, you know, shout out Bank. He was a part of that. He had songs with Drake. He had songs with Thug. He's did some things in the rap game. Also, he was influential in that Cucumber Challenge a few years ago, where that Cucumber Challenge thing was a big thing on the internet, where girls were grabbing the cucumber and things like that. Him and Boosie was real cool. So he was one of them Atlanta real ones, like one of them dudes that, you know, if you want to tap in with the streets of Atlanta, he can probably get you in communication with anybody that meant something down there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, for what I've always seen, been a fly just on this shit, taking care of his little shit, you know what I mean? Lingo intact, one of them, you know what I mean? And with them women. So, again, he was always a dude, man, who, in my opinion, held his little space down in this game. And I've always respected his little pimping over there. He did his one too. Let's listen to the press release from the county where he was shot at.
My name is Jedediah Canty. I'm the Public Information Officer at Rockdale County Sheriff's Office, and the spelling is Jedidia. Canty is Canty.
You guys are investigating a homicide that happened overnight. Can you give us some details?
Okay, so at approximately 3:20 this morning, Rockdale County deputies responded to a shooting. It was at the Lake St. James apartment complex in Conyers. Upon deputies' arrival, they observed the black male, lying on the ground suffering from a gunshot wound. Unfortunately, the victim did die on the scene. We do have a suspect. His name is going to be, what is his name? His name is Jamichael Jones. We currently do have warrants for his arrest, but right now he's not in custody.
Is there any connection between the victim and the suspect?
So there is no connection. What we know and what I can tell you is that Mr. Morel Orr, which is the victim, was visiting a female friend at the complex, and Mr. Jamichael Jones did know the female, and it was a domestic situation.
Do you have any leads on where he might be at this time?
We don't have any leads. We did search the known locations that we thought he may be at, but we did not have any luck finding him.
Did you say it's a love triangle?
No, it's not a love triangle, not at all, because he was, the victim did not know the suspect.
Was the female with the victim? Did they ride together to the complex, or he went to visit her?
I don't know that. I just know they were together at the apartment complex.
What would you say, what message do you have for the community who lives in that area, who lives in that complex, who might be afraid for their safety?
I wouldn't say that this has anything to do with the area. I think it was an isolated situation. It was a domestic situation. We are asking the public for their help in locating Jamichael Jones. He is from the Atlanta, Jonesboro area that we know of.
What words can you share about the victim? Obviously, he's a known person, and this is a lot of people have feelings about it. It's gotten a lot of attention.
Yes. From what I know, I believe his name was Trouble. He's an Atlanta rapper. Unfortunately, I don't have too much information on it because I don't follow rap. But I know that there is a lot of people that are really upset right now, are brokenhearted about the situation.
Can you say how many times he was shot?
He was shot one time. He was shot in the chest.
Was he awake or sleeping? Do you know
I don't know that.
Have you all been in touch with any family members? I'm assuming if you put the name out.
Yes.
How are they feeling?
The mother is aware, and I'm sure she's not dealing with it too well. I don't know about any other family members, but the mother was notified.
Where in the complex was he shot? Was it inside, outside?
He was inside the apartment.
Is there any other details that you can share with us at this time? It seems the situation is a little...
So right now, the current warrants that we do have for the Jermichael suspect is we have home invasion. So that does tell you that he was at home. Well, he entered a home, I'm sorry. We have felony murder, and we also have aggravated assault. So if that's a little bit more helpful.
They gave me 2 minutes to talk about my brother for 20-some years, and I could never find the words. I want my MLB brothers up here with me because they're what he created. Y'all boy, come up here with me, bro. It ain't no disrespect to nobody, but this trouble creation, this what he created. I tried to write shit down. I tried to do everything in the world to find the words, but I just couldn't find the words because this was a real special guy, man. And he just never judged nobody, always accepted people, so ambitious, fearless, a woman's man. I'm talking about just an all-around great creation, man. And we always used to talk about not leaving the earth, man. We never planned this. We used to always talk about, bro, how we gonna make it out. You see what I'm saying? And this guy right here, man, he brought all us together, bro. I'm talking about millions different of personalities, but everything was real and genuine with you, man. And today, bro, I just really want to give you your flower, bro. I can't make no speech, but bro, I want to tell you, bro, we love you so much, bro. And I appreciate you, bro. Your brother, man. Back in high school, I gave him the name Dude. And ever since then, you know, I ain't called him trouble in 15, 20 years. I always call him Dude. You see what I'm saying? And he just always been there for me. I always made sure, man, scale. Come on, bro. Scale, come on, bro. Scale, come on, bro. Whatever, he made sure people who really loved him, he made sure they was in whatever he doing, man. He gonna not stand in front of you, he gonna stand beside you. You see what I'm saying? And I want to tell you, bro, from the bottom of my heart, man, your whole MLB family right here with you right now, your fans out here right now, bro, we love you, bro. We'll never forget you, bro, and your name will forever ring on. We ain't got no hand dog in here right now, bro. But we gonna hold our hands up right now, bro. And we gonna take that toe, bro. Good health, longevity, and big old bag. Thug life. Thug life, man. Love you, brother.
I just want to come up here and I ain't get to tell my boy thank you. So I won't tell Trouble thank you. He always supported me, you know. You know, my nigga, you know, and I'm hurting for y'all because I'm hurting for 5 years. You know, I wasn't with him 30 years, you know, so I just want to tell that nigga thank you, you know, for that was my boy, you know, and I just want to tell him thank you, that was my boy.
So when I see the untimely demise of trouble. You know, I don't know if it's because I just got out the hospital or I was in like, you know, it's, you know, I be getting like right now I'm feeling like, yo, man, because I was, you know, a couple of clips I was just watching was at his funeral. And I hear people talk about, you know, when people pass, I hear people talk about like, you know, what they kind of meant to people and what kind of individuals they was and who they were as people. And it always makes me wonder, like I said, if I'm doing a hell of a job. But I know, right, the people that's bumped into me, the people that know me for real, like, it's nothing you can, like, everybody will have those kind of things. Bro was always teaching us, like, and I hate to think about that kind of shit, but I think when you sit in the hospital helpless, or you sit in pain, or you sit, you know, just in a position where you just can't do anything. Like, I can't even explain the feeling of being helpless as someone that people would like to say is power struck, because people say that I have control issues because I like to be informed, and that's a whole nother conversation. But there's a real difference between being informed and having control issues. I don't want to make any decision with half of the ingredients. You know, I don't want to make any decision without really knowing what really it entails, because half the information is a lie. Half the truth is a lie. You see what I'm saying? So I need all the information to make the right decision. And I think people who deal in life without any level of real direction, right? They just kind of live in life. It don't matter what happened the next day. Like, I know what I'm doing. My next move is a $40 million move. The same way I worked my way into this move and I said, yo, this move is going to get me to here. Like, so I'm always someone that's thinking and plotting and planning and strategizing and really doing it, though. I ain't one of you talking ass. You know, it's a lot of you talking ass niggas. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, man. I'm going to get to it. You ain't going to do nothing. You ain't going to do nothing. You ain't going to do nothing. But you going to keep talking about it because the work will speak for itself. When somebody say, yo, what Loon doing over there? Just go check him out. Go check him out. Just see what he doing. He putting the work in. That's what it's about. As you know, muscles just don't pop up. You know, if you're a young nigga, you'll have muscles just because you skinny and you athletic or something. But when you get older, you got to work for muscles. You got to work to get weight off. You got to work to look a certain, like, so people who think that I'm just gonna get up and it's just gonna fall in my lap. And right now, even with me, you know, I'm trying to teach my children, like, yo, bro, I don't care what you thinking, bro. It ain't coming if you don't go get it. I don't care who your dad is. I don't care who your mom is. I don't care who your favorite player is. I don't care. If you don't go get it, it ain't coming. And a fool is the only person that don't respect the truth. If you don't go get it, the shit ain't coming. And somewhere along the lines, bro, we'll get caught up in like dreaming. Dreaming is just the first step. You know, you got to go step 2 and 3. You got to put some action behind those dreams, some actionable items. You understand me? Or you ain't finna do nothing but keep talking. And then what'll happen is life will catch up with you to where that talking will expose itself. It's like, bro, you 40 years old, still talking about what you was doing when you was the star quarterback at 11. You can't live like that. You got to be focused on the next move. And the next move, I ain't even celebrated going to revote in November. I was at revote in November. Bank brought me up. I talked to Rick Ross. I interviewed Rick Ross up there. I was doing all kind of shit. Earn Your Leisure brought me up. A chance to rap I was out there with. I ain't even celebrated that. I kept moving. Boom. After that, I'm in Miami with B. Marshall. I'm on the West Coast doing this. I'm in New York with D4. I'm in, like, bro, it ain't, you can't, I'm such and such. You can't do that. You got to focus on the next move. Because a lot of y'all get caught and fall in that ditch. You understand? All you worry about it, man. I had a good practice yesterday. You got to have more of them, baby. The niggas ahead of you, they have millions of them. And that's the only thing to keep it in perspective for me is that, yo, the niggas ahead of you, bro. That little one podcast you had or that little 1 year you had where you was on the run, boy, niggas ahead of you done had 20 of them. You playing catch up, baby. But don't nobody, I'm the only person that speak like it, because everybody else is okay with being in the corner telling themselves that it'll happen without doing it. But I don't feel as though I have control issues. I feel as though I like to be thoroughly informed about whatever decision that I'm making or whatever circumstance that I'm involved in. But with Trouble in this situation, man, they said that he was at a young lady's house. Crazy how the universe works. Prior to that, he had some tweets out. I think it was the day before, where he was just like, yo, it's too many police out, man. I'm going in. Y'all be cool. Just search. It's crazy because in a weird way, I truly believe that if you don't die of natural causes, the glitch in your system that may cause you to fall in a situation where you may be in an unfavorable outcome. You understand? It's almost like, yo, because bro used to always talk about business. I know the loved him. Like, you could tell by the outpour of women that was, and excuse me for saying, he would always talk about women. I know the women loved him because the outpour of, love that was shown to him, when he passed away. But in a weird way, it's almost like, man, is there a way to some kind of way know your weakness? Because, man, you don't speak on those things and not know that that's, you know what I mean? It's almost be weird to me, bro. Like, real talk. And so they say the young lady, and pictures have came out of this girl, man. Unfortunate for her. Like, it's a messy situation, man, because according to them, Trouble went over there, got with her. I guess they did whatever they did, and they was laying down. Dude crept in the house, caught him, fought her. Trouble jump up to help her fight, and then he killed Trouble, but he didn't kill that girl. Unfortunate that it's unfortunate I jump up and fight for you, right? Fight on behalf of the circumstance that we both got each other in. And then I end up getting killed, and then you end up walking away. I can see how that's hurtful to the family. I can also see how it's hurtful to her. I'm not saying that she had anything to do with it. I'm not sure. I'm not saying she did either, did or didn't. I don't know. You understand where I'm from? The back door is open oftentimes. You know what I'm saying? And that's for me. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be totally honest, but the story started to get a little weary for me when they started to say, like, all right, because the first thing I thought, and we'll just kind of go through some of the thoughts I had, right? The first thing I thought was, all right, as a rapper, as a nigga that's popping with some money, not even a rapper, just a popping in the city with some paper, I know what it's like, right, for women or girls to want you to come over and want you to be over here and come over here and lay up and eat, and I want to feed you and this and that. So, I'm familiar with what it's like, with those circumstances. And so when I first said it, I said, okay, I wonder, prior to him leaving that house, was she talking to that guy? Like, prior to Trouble pulling up, was she talking? You see what I'm saying? Because for him to pop up, it just like, if you truly believe it's 3 a.m, I'm asleep, why you would, like, it almost felt like, and this is me without any information, respectfully. This is just going through my thoughts as to what I was thinking when I first saw it. I'm like, all right, so if, let's just say I'm a rapper. I'm Big Loon, right? I'm Loon. You want me to come over there. You probably this ain't your first time asking me to come over there. You understand? This ain't your first time asking me to come over there. And what happens a lot of times is that we'll just choose where we want to go. So I might tell you I'm coming over there after, and then don't come. I'm coming over there Thursday, man, after this show, and then don't come. After the I'll be over there and I don't come. And so I could have told you that night I'm coming, and you might have thought it was one of them nights again while I wasn't coming. So you still communicating with dude. Next thing you know, I hit your line. Yo, I'm outside. Now you cut communication off. Now he like, hold up, I know she not asleep. I was just talking to her. She not asleep. I would literally just talk, and all of a sudden, and then, you know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering, how did he, like, no dude was there. Then you pull up and you see this car outside, because with some paper usually gonna drive something that indicate he got some money. You know what I'm saying? So you see that car out there, like, he gotta be for her. Just your insecurity as that dude pulling up for a nigga to shoot somebody who is supposed to be girl. Because in my opinion, homie, that ain't your girl. If that was your girl, she wouldn't have been in that house with another nigga. I always tell people, man, I don't give a fuck what you call that woman. How she act is what she is. You understand? You call that girl your girlfriend all you want. That, if she don't cook for you, she don't clean for you, she don't help you, she don't encourage you, what are you calling her? What are you talking about? Same with your man. Oh, that's my man, but he don't help you. He don't encourage you. He don't teach you. He don't lead you. He don't protect. He don't do nothing. What the f do y'all be out here just giving titles to people about? That's my boyfriend. That's my, nah, you, but again, we in the new age where you can use language in whatever way you want to use it. We start to ignore science and everything. So we in this weird place where, you know, you can just be like, I'm your girlfriend and you shouldn't cheat on me, or I'm your boyfriend and you shouldn't cheat on me, when you don't provide me anything that a boyfriend or a girlfriend would provide in that situation. That ain't that dude girlfriend. Now, they may have had a relationship, and it could have been a recent relationship. But if somebody will fuck another person in a bed that you was just in, that ain't your girl. But he, you know, boo-boo the fool. So he gonna run in there and kill something about something that ain't work. Like, bro, listen, bro. You don't, that's a mistake. I'll just leave it there. And I a lot of times women will say, yo, don't hold my past against me. You know what I did before you, it don't got nothing to do with you. I disagree with that. Who you had sex with, you know, and how you've had sex and whatever you done, you know, we all have a past. But your past can have some indicators in them. Why you keep trying to tell me not to look at your past? What's back here you don't want a nigga to see? Because I am who I am. Go back through it. You know, I made some decisions that was wrong, right? I might have did some shit, smacked the motherfucker here, or done some, right? I did some shit that was impulsive. But I ain't never made no immoral decision. I ain't never made immoral decisions. I ain't never touched a child, or, you know, my homeboy girlfriend, or with a like, I ain't never done nothing that, you know, I ain't never done nothing that's immoral. Look through it. So when somebody, you know, especially with me, if I got everything to lose and you telling me, you know, your past don't matter in regards to if I think you worthy of love. Nah, that ain't what I'm saying. But if you worthy of being in my situation with everything that I got to consider, everything I got to lose, everything that's at stake on my wall, I got to consider these things. Because although you might be a sane individual, you might be, yo, I'm not somebody that'll do X, Y, and Z. I know you ain't gonna kill me. But you might not got good sense. So you asleep with a nigga, you'll let damn near anybody fuck you that can get you alone. If they got some money, they can get you in a room by yourself, you might go. And it's the same way with a nigga, baby girl. If you find a man that he'll fuck anybody who can get him in a room by himself, he a problem. You need to know that, because that impulsive behavior can lead to some other things. I always tell people that sex and love is cousins, right? So the intentions are not clear. When you have sex, it's a blurred line, right? So what'll happen is you'll be having sex with dude just to be having sex with dude, and then he'll be falling in love because you don't have the intellectual ability or the makeup to understand that, oh, this has changed. This dude is not accepting the boundaries that I've set in place, right? Whatever that may be, you won't even know that, and then I will fall victim to that, because as you see with trouble, he'll come in and try to fight you. He'll try to fight you, but he'll kill me. You see what I'm saying? He got to get me out the way because he know he can't control your mind. He can't make you not fuck with me, because if that's the case, you wouldn't be laying here in this bed with me. So he got to kill me to remove me. And he'll go that far. But again, I always think standards is important. I want to know, like, and then of course I take in consideration age and shit like that. Like if you was a certain age doing certain things, but still certain things are like, oh, you were doing that. Like they ran a train on you? Nah, I don't know now. You talking about wifey, being wifey? Nah, I don't really. No, I got to think about that. Now, it also says this. Say that you're somebody who, see, because some pretty women don't utilize the beauty in a way, they don't weaponize their beauty, right? But in this new age era, they make it seem like all women weaponize their beauty, but there's still women who are very beautiful, but they don't weaponize their beauty. So what'll happen is they'll be drop dead gorgeous and fall in love with Brian from Subway. Now, Brian from Subway places himself in a situation where he could never get a woman that looks like this. Now, Big Loon slide through. And he now I like the girl because she really my speed. She's something that I would kind of have, you know, a dude with some money and some status and, arm candy. She check all those boxes. Now here comes some dude trying to take your girl in your mind. He trying to take your girl. And for you gonna step out of bounds for that, because you will never get another one of them. You ain't finna, man, I'm not losing that one. You gonna try to go as far as you can. And for me, bro, I just think I gotta be aware of what kind of risk you would take. Do you even do a risk assessment? Like what you would do with your body says a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about if I feel like that anybody can fuck you if they get you in a room alone, that's a problem. And I know that's just my feeling because you don't have no way to prove that, right? So I'm not projecting that. I'm saying that sometimes you can go through, like, if I'm your first dude of my kind, that's kind of scary to me, because it's like, oh you ain't gonna know what to do with this. Like, you ain't gonna know that you supposed to have the clothes out. You ain't gonna know to have the dinner done. You ain't gonna know when I come in from doing a podcast or a show to this. You ain't gonna know because you ain't never held accountable. Them niggas you been fucking with, they don't give a fuck what happened. They just happy to get some pussy. Them don't want no. Them niggas ain't having no clean house, and man, the walls need to be washed, and we want our shit to smell good. Them niggas, man, I'm good to be fucking. After a long day in the warehouse or after a long day wherever, man, I'm just good to be right. And sometimes some men ain't that simple. And when you start to crossbreed those men, that's when you start to have a problem. When me and a is sharing the same person and our standards are completely different, somebody done judged something wrong. Somebody got something off. You see what I'm saying? My second question was, damn, Trug. Damn, school. Why you go over there and go to sleep? Damn, bro. I as far as me, I'm never going to no woman house going to sleep. It happened to me one time. I'll never forget it. I went over a woman house. She had was rich neighborhood, So I'm over there and somebody knocks on the door. I got my gun on me, so I don't, and I'm not asleep at this time. Somebody knocks on the door. I already know it's 10 something at night. Ain't no who is that? Ain't your daughter, ain't your mama, ain't the neighbors. That's somebody that want to know why you ain't answering. So I'm saying, or why you ain't called me, or why you ain't text. I was making sure and a lot of these weirdo, not the ones that's genuine and really in a relationship and checking on their women, but a lot of these weirdo try to mask they check up or pop up like it's that they doing a welfare check or something. Oh, I was just checking to see you ain't answering the phone. I was just, man, damn, babe, I ain't. You know, and it's like, yo, bro, you know, if we not in a like, yo, if I've been telling you, or if we've been rocky, or if we trying to break up, or if it ain't nothing, don't do that. You know, if you somebody real woman or real man, at least I do. Like, I tell mine, like, yo, you see what's up. Yo, bro, I show you what it is, deal with that. I'm gonna show you when it ain't what it is. We ain't gonna be talking about it. I'm gone. Ain't nothing to ask anybody. Soon I say it's over, it's over. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't no calling. Ain't no. It's just it's a done thing. So dudes have to stop forcing themselves, and women do this too. People, let me not make this a gender thing, because I want to be genderless in my approach, because I'm dealing with information. So I don't want to specifically call anyone out in regards to behavior traits. I understand that feelings is involved, and when feelings are involved, we don't know who, what, when, or where would act what kind of way. So I want to be clean and concise with my message in regards to that. But I was at the house, and like I said, knock on the door. You know, she go out, and you see, another thing I ain't doing is sitting in the room waiting on a nigga to come in there and kill me. So when the door go off and she call herself walking to the door, I'm walking to the door, not defending her. I'm walking and standing back with my firearm, because I don't know whether or not, you know, he finna just open fire, or he finna, I don't know what's going on, but I need to protect myself. I'm worth too much. So a lot of people think I'm worth a lot of money, and my people love me. So, but in my mind, I'm thinking about, yo, I ain't going. Whatever finna happen right here, I'm going to jail. I'm finna go to jail, right? So so we walk around, because the house big. We get out and walking, and she come out the door. You know how motherfuckers come out the door and slam it behind them and go, you know, like, you know, going outside to talk. You understand? So they outside talking, and I'm right there by the window. Cause soon he found her and run in the house. I'm right here on the side. I'm gonna go and blow his ass off, cause I know he gonna come in here to try to kill me. You know, but he ended up just leaving. I say, see, that's the thing. That's another thing. That was the right move for him, though. A round of applause for dude, because you don't want to turn that into something. Clearly, homie, this ain't your woman. She just showed you with this move right here. See, again, but guess what he pulled up to? When he pulled up, or he probably didn't, and that's why I said this about dude, because he probably didn't pull straight up to her house. He probably rolled through, and he seen one of them cars out there that say, oh, it's a nigga in there with some paper. That nigga might got a necklace on and some more shit that's in that house. And he didn't like that. So when he seen that car, he coming. I'm like, yo, this got some nuts. You know? And I never seen him. Like, I never seen him face to face. He never said nothing to me, but it was that situation. And that one situation said to me, Loon, what you doing? On that, and I didn't even like shouted like that. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, you bugging out. You ain't got no business in these spots like this, man. You like, bro, you don't gotta settle home. Like, what you doing? But I know that horny kick in. See, boy, that horny kick in, and boy, a nigga throw his sense away. Be operating on all cylinders, everything going except his sense. Common sense got to go when that horny kick in. So a nigga run right on over. I was just more, because in that split second, what it said to me was, all right, somebody don't see, because I'm different than y'all. Man, my mind is, I'm calculating. I might see a nigga walking through and he just think I'm looking at him because he walking. Man, I done calculated where you came from, where you going, what you got on, what's in your hand. Man, I'm on some whole other shit. And it ain't, you can't duplicate this. So I can tell you can't do it. You ain't come up like this. So my problem was, if I seen I really didn't want him, or I ain't gonna say what I wanted him to do. I knew that he would look at me like my woman is slipping away and you the reason. So I'm saying something happens in relationships the way you shut off everything you might have did to someone, everything you might have said, all the times they might have needed you and asked you for things that you couldn't do, or maybe the times where the man said, yo, can you cook me something? Can you make? You complain. Now he's replaced you. Now you look at this woman like, oh, you took my man, or you took my, now, bro. No, that ain't what happened. But that is what a motherfucker convinced themselves of. So you'll see me and think, yo, you taking my woman from me. It's like, nah, nigga, you didn't do nothing to that woman, you wasn't even coming home or whatever, like whatever the circumstances was to make, you were getting drunk and she didn't even like you were getting drunk. You ain't even cleaning up and shit. Like you leave, like what you talking about? Like she don't even like that kind of shit. Nigga, you don't even know that. But you will blame whoever you see her next to, and because you love her, you won't take it out on her. You will take it out on that motherfucker next to her. But then she'll just replace him with somebody else. So now dude killed trouble, and now what? She definitely gonna be fucking somebody else if she had a nigga in the bed that you were just staying there 3 weeks ago. And this is no disrespect to Shawty. I'm dealing with the information. I'm saying if you will put me in a bed where a nigga's at, been gone by 3 weeks, you finna fuck something else. I don't even let people come to my house. All these people with this house friendly shit be letting me know y'all lame. All that house friendly shit y'all be doing, everybody pull up to the house. Oh, it's cool. Everybody come on through. Yeah, we having a party at the house. Y'all folk lame, man. Y'all can't have nothing to lose. You gotta be either broke, petty, don't understand where you at, ain't got none. Something gotta be happening for you to be that welcoming into your sanctuary. You don't want no motherfucker running around. You ever see people at the church when the church ain't open? I don't want nobody at the house. The house ain't never open. This the sanctuary. Everything, all my prized possessions is at the house. The fuck I need it. Oh, but see again, people are living in this false reality, bro. You want people to see, like for me anyway, when I look at life, you know, the people who want to invite people to to their houses and shit all the time are the people usually who made first time be in a nice spot or something like that. You know, this might be their first time with a car, so they can't wait to hit the block and roll the windows down. Like, bro, we grown ups. Motherfuckers is grown. Know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't want everybody. For me, can't nobody tell you where I live at. Nobody. My mother, my children, my woman, my uncle, people like that. But nobody that's just getting, nobody. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Know what I'm saying? Because I understand the ramifications. Now, when you are old adult and you don't understand risk assessment, you a fool. And I know they say God look out for children and fools, man, but I have a hard time. I ain't God. Yeah, I ain't God. They say God look out for children and fools. I ain't God. So fools is off my list. Yeah, you operating like a fool. You operating like a fool. I don't let everybody into my personal space. If I let you into my personal space, you can affect me personally. Now, why would I let a motherfucker come affect this shit? Everything I got going on, why would I let a motherfucker come affect this shit? Because they want to have a good time. Oh, we want to sit around and have a good time. They're going to affect a multi-million-dollar shit. Ain't going to happen. But yeah, man, like I say, relationships are something that you got to consider a lot of things. You can't just be someone, oh, we're fucking and I love you. No, not going to happen. Do you compliment me? Do you help me get through life? Do you make shit harder for me? Ain't no motherfucker just fucking and giving you everything they got. Know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got to make life easier, son. Relationships are supposed to complement each other. Yeah, the ketchup complement the fries. if you just need fried without ketchup, that's cool. But if you happen to say I want a girlfriend, it need to add something to what you already doing, not take from what you doing. If I can do all this on my own and then I add you in the mix and it stopped me from doing what I'm doing, why would I add you in the mix? If I can be productive by myself, but then if I say, you know what, it's time for me to get a woman, I plug a woman in and it slow my production down. Why would I? What does that do? How is that? Marry slower production. Is that what you motherfuckers be thinking? But again, if you're not smart, you don't know. And motherfuckers are desperate. They'll do anything for anything. It's just a fucked up world we live in. Hey, so again, man, with that being said, man, RP trouble. Relationships is rough. You know, legend in the town, man. I think he did what he was supposed to do, man. His time here, so man, prayers to that dude family. We're gonna play a few clips. Like I say, it's just crazy how the universe aligns. The universe just speaks. This clip we're about to play was a clip when he was speaking about a situation to me that just rang eerie. I'm like, yo, damn, this is crazy. Let's listen to what he said.
I think it was in the Carolina, but don't know weird shit, like no bullshit ever happened to me. Like I don't have that, like folk come to me with respect. So like I ain't never had to go through no extra shit, no lying shit and all that shit. But I remember one of my young niggas, we had that motherfucker, and this box bad ass shit, fat booty on 2 fine year. But I'm telling you, like, bro, you can't tread nothing. Like spit on these road, like you don't know these folk. Like within a split instant, like say them folk just tied on your ass, you ain't finna know where to find them, none of that shit. About nothing, you just dead in the water. So you right there, but so hot did nigga like, hey, I hear you. But nigga waiting on you to finish so they can go. Yeah, we probably had about 8, 9 down that motherfucker. So he go through the hotel. I'm setting it all up though, cause don't nobody else really know how to talk. So I'm putting them all in different rooms. We going through the hotel and just putting them in different rooms. Boom, boom. 2 over here, 2 over here, 2 over here. Set it out. They might pop it off on me first. Give me that head. Boom. Now put it on my dog. Put it on my dog real quick. I'm running up the hallway butt naked. Go to the next room. Do the same thing. Come in one room. They dead. They ain't in there doing no talking to shit. Set it off. They'll pop it off for me first here. Do my dog. We go room for room. But these the only nigga end up going back to my goddamn room and laying out dolo like I ain't finna sleep with you. And none of this shit I'll let you stay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So come next morning, it loud hell in the hallway. You just hear these niggas going crazy. I come out there, number my box on. What poppin'? I see you just running up the hallway. So they end up, I don't know what the fuck popping, but I'm just run down. Cause I'm following my dog. Like, what the hell youngin' going? He ain't got shit on the shit. Come to find out, little snack had done got down. Went, he don't slip with the snack. I tell these okay, why do you know these? He don't let the stay. I get that shit just too good for him. You wanted to wake up. I'm been in that situation too though. You want to wake up, hit that shit again, you feel me? It's really supposed to tell that kick rocks, but he don't let that stay. She don't empty them pockets out, got that jewelry and everything, you hear me? She don't tore it down. She got her folks outside waiting on her and everything. They hop in the window. Cause I don't even go downstairs. I just go to the end of the hallway. I'm looking out the window. He still running down. Hey! Yeah, I look out the window. The hand and now she go get a look out there. Like a bronze little Toyota. Them got hook, caps on it and everything. She got all that shit. Hop in the whip, skirt out on her. We ain't seen that since. Tore his ass up. But other than that, like, it's just a bunch of freak shit going on out that motherfucker. Like, but I ain't never went through no bullshit. No, 4 snacks blowing you up at one time, that type of shit. Other than that, we won't go through no bullshit.
Hey, that was crazy, man. But like I say, you know, RIP to the homie Trump. Dude, stay safe out there. You got you some paper out there. Understand, you know, understand what's at risk, man. And I know it's easier said than done, boy, because I know when horny kick in, it's damn near over for all of them. Any one of you dudes, when horny kick in, it's really over for you. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all stay safe out there, man. You know, Atlanta been going through it. You know, we got the Gunna and Thug and YSL, that situation. We got Key passed away, Metro Boomin. Mother, RIP to his mother. I know he going through it. I'm gonna speak on that next week. Got Trouble passed away. You know, and then just the other frivolous things like the breakups with music and, you know, I don't know, man. You know, it's just a lot going on down there, man. Y'all better keep ATL in your prayers. Speaking of Atlanta, I'll briefly speak on this. I'm gonna speak on two more things and I'm gonna get out of here again, man. This is a podcast where I've just got out the hospital, so I wanted to still come through, take care of y'all. Revolt has been very supportive, you know, in saying that, hey, just, you know, take your time. But, you know, I can't sit around. I don't know if it's a disease or something that I can't sit around and just do nothing. Like, I can't sleep all day. I can't lay around all day. I can't just sit up and do nothing all day. I'm not wired that way. Like, that shit will make me fall into a depression. Like, it's just something about getting work done, doing something, furthering something, trying to chase something that, like, I think all men should have. And I'm glad that I have it, and I need to do my best at making sure my children have it. Because if you're lazy, you will suffer in this life. If you get up late, you will suffer in this life. If you don't want to work out, if you don't want to get the work done, you're going to suffer. Because I'm not going to be able to be around and hold you down the entire time. So you're going to have to get it in yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Roddy Ricch, let's talk about this, was arrested, headed to the governor's ball. For those of you that don't know, the governor's ball was in New York. Summer Jam also was in New York. So New York had a star-studded festival lineup this weekend in which they had almost every rapper in the world come through. Right? So Roddy Ricch was headed there at some sort of police checkpoint. He was engaged by police and later arrested on firearms charges. Now, this is important because New York is the place where Lil Wayne had to go to jail. And we know Lil Wayne pool, and we know Lil Wayne money, his notoriety, right? And as much as Roddy Ricch has done, he can't put a flashlight to Lil Wayne. And they made Lil Wayne go sit down. So that says something about how they feel about guns. Let's just say that. Number two, this is also the same place where NFL star player Plexico Burress shot himself in the club. And he had to go to jail. So New York has strict gun laws. They have the ability to put you in jail for defending yourself with a gun up there. I don't even think self-defense is a thing up there. Right? So you're in a situation. Now, Roddy Ricch then gets out in time enough to make it because he did end up making a bond. Let's listen to what he said on stage.
We in New Jersey, right? So I need everybody to say NYPD. NYPD. That's on my mama. Play that next shit.
So you see that, you know, he said FNYPD. And I do know that, like, I remember a couple years ago when I seen QCP go through New York for a Rolling Loud, and the way that they harassed him. Like, bro, they checked under and he's an executive. He ain't even a rapper. He ain't pulling up smelling like weed or nothing. He just the exec dude. And they went so hard. I said, yeah, you probably don't want to be involved with that, especially in one of them kind of towns. And they keep having them in them kind of towns. I don't know what that's about, but I always knew that law enforcement views large events like opportunities. Right? When they see a large event, especially black people, right? And I'm trying to stop making everything so much about, blacks and whites, but I do have to identify that the rules are not ubiquitous. I have to identify that. And for those of you go look it up, you don't know the word, but I have to identify that that's the situation. But just imagine, right? If you could say like there's gonna be let's just say for shit and giggles, let's just play it out because we have a podcast. Let's say you don't like rappers. Let's say you don't like black people. Let's say you don't like powerful black people because boy, that's a whole different kind. A poor black, they don't care none of that. You ain't no threat. But a powerful black nigga or a with some paper, he a different kind of. See, some people like poor black people. They just don't like black people when they empowered. Yeah, you like the black dude that work under you. You just don't like the one that work over you. You like your black barber. You just don't like your black supervisor. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes they have an issue with where the black person sits. And I think when it's power behind some of these people who they feel like shouldn't be in that power, whether that's because they think they are involved with criminal intent or criminal behavior, or maybe they think that they have influenced in a way that doesn't help the world move forward. Both those conversations could be entertained. I think both of them would be wrong, but I think we would have to take a deep dive to even really have those conversations. A lot of times on the internet, we have very surface level conversations, and I'm dealing with the specifics. So sometimes I need to have a real in-depth conversation about some of these things if you really want to get into what I was trying to say. But in regards to black people, let's just say you could say, yo, it's going to be almost every powerful black rapper that we know in this city at this time on this date. Do we ramp up police? Do we bring out little technology that can scan through cars that they don't know we got? Because they got that. And when I think about it, I can only think about like the lady that's dealing with Young Thug case and how she talks about targeting. Because you have to, when you target for something, you aim for it. When you aim for something without knowing, see, it's impossible to target gangs. If first you have to prove it's a gang. So first you have to target just people and then prove it's a gang. So what people classify as gangs? Black people. When you bring me a white gang, I'll shut up. But black people classify as gangs. So when you say I'm targeting gangs, if I'm not outwardly saying I'm a gang member, then you have to target people who classify or who people will consider as a gang, which is, I know what they say, any such and such with any criminal element. No, it's usually black people, Crips, Bloods, GDs, Vice Lords. It's usually something like that. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that's how Boosie got around his. A lot of the rappers think they're going to do the same thing Boosie done, and it's going to be a little harder. See, we from the South. And in the South, depending on what state and section, that gangbanging shit didn't get through there like that. And there's some gangster shit going on, but not that gangbanging shit. So what happens is that gangbanging shit is what's getting you niggas. All you repping the same thing and throwing it up. And, you know what I'm saying? We can be whatever we is, but that's what's getting you. Like they can't, what they gonna call Boosie and his family a gang? It's gonna be rough, cause usually what they do is they like with Slime. I'll use Thug for example. They'll take YSL Slime, right? Some that he made, him and his partners, according to them. Cause I say Nori made Slime in the 90s, but according to them, he legitimized Slime criminal element, right? And so what they'll do is they have to take that and then attach that to the Inglewood family. Sex, money, murder. You know, some big blood gang to then say it's a subsection of the Bloods, because the Bloods is recognized in the courtroom, the Crips is recognized, the GDs, you know, those gangs are recognizing from a global or regional standpoint, so they're able to tie it to that and then legitimize it. But if it's just me and 20 of my homeboys and we cause havoc, you might got your little street gang, but it's gonna be rough to, you know, really tie that in as some big boy such and such. I just don't see him being able to do that, you know. But if you had all of those rappers in one place, you know they gotta have their weed, you know they gotta protect themselves, so search them extra hard. But I've always said that all they're doing is creating jobs for people who work at Rolling Loud or work at Summer Jam. Listen, PSA, if you work at Summer Jam, just tell the rap, don't bring no weed. I got you. I'm on the inside with it. Yeah, I got 20 pounds of that shit now. Don't bring nothing. Don't bring, I got you, whatever I got you. Just when you get here, you good to go. But it costs. Them niggas got money. They ain't finna trying to go without whatever they paying that. So they ain't doing nothing but creating a job. And because I don't think people will turn the bag down. The bags be real big for them places that got that many people in them like that. So I don't see him turning the bag down. He did get up there and say F NYPD. I know the feeling. I still don't believe or know whether or not that rappers need to use their time on stage in a way that's more effective, right? That's not, you know, we seen what the baby did with his time, you know, and how that affected him. You know, we seen what, you know, that time on stage, man, he can just come back and haunt you. He ain't do no hell of a rant. He just like F them, you know, because they might have searched him for nothing. Or they might have, because they didn't say they pulled him over. They didn't say he was speeding. They said it was a checkpoint. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You bring all the rappers to the city and put checkpoints everywhere. Search the hell out these rich niggas. We know they got to protect them chains and shit. Search these niggas. And we don't fuck with guns at all. So if we find anything, is that we got 100K coming from him. And that's how I feel about that. Let's talk about this and then I'll get out of here. Lil Yachty, man. Let's talk about this. Now, first, let's play the clip. Let's listen to what Lil Yachty said and we'll come back with some conversation.
So, like, I'm not going in front of Lil Baby, bro. Folks gonna look at me crazy. What the fuck? Nigga, get off the stage. Like, I'm not going in front. I don't want to go on tour.
Oh, too much family drama.
No, it's just like I'm so like I'm not going in front of Lil Baby, bro. Folks gonna look at me crazy. What the fuck? Get off the stage. Like, I'm not going in front of him at all. I don't want to go in front of him. I don't even want to be on the same lineup as him ever. You
just got too many hits? No.
Not even my hits. We are in such different lanes. If someone's coming to see him, they are not trying to hear me. Like, we're on two different ends of the spectrum. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Act thought he was finna get some juicy family drama. Nah. It ain't that. He just know you can't get with Baby, man. Baby now, that's why I try to tell people, like, when you got that glow on you, ain't nothing they can do with you. Like, when you got that glow on you, man, standing next to you gonna be uncomfortable for certain people. Like, it's just an uncomfortable thing, because at the end of the day, it's music, bro. You know what I'm saying? But standing next to me when I'm talking like this and you talking like that, you probably gonna say, man, I don't like him. He tell you, you know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people do. They thought they was talking like that until you start talking like that. You know what I'm saying? They thought the people were screaming until they start screaming when you know, so it get weird, man. But sometimes they like to do that, you know. I don't know. I would still want to go on tour with him. It's a bag involved. Another episode, man, fastest growing podcast in the world. It's Up There Podcast, Revolt TV. You dealing with the biggest homie. Meet me at Patreon. Vibes.